Hello, friends. Right now, there are videos circulating with claims like your Social Security card is being declared invalid, and your benefits are at risk of being canceled right now in 2026. Some of them have over 800,000 views, and our viewers keep sending them to us, asking the same question. Is this true? Today, we read the actual legislation, and we pulled the SSA internal policy manuals, and we are going to give you the verdict on every single one of these claims. Because you deserve the truth, not the fear. Before we get into it, subscribe to this channel right now and turn on the bell. Benefit rules and tax laws for seniors are changing faster in 2026 than we have seen in decades. The people who are subscribed here find out in time. The ones who aren't tend to find out after the wrong decision, after the deadline, after the money is already gone. Subscribe now and let's get into it. You may have seen the headlines screaming that the paper card in your wallet is dead. These videos claim that if you don't update your status or move to a digital system, you will wake up to an empty bank account. They show images of old cards being shredded and tell you that the government is purging the system of older versions. It sounds terrifying because for most of us, that little blue piece of paper is our only physical link to the money we worked 40 years to earn. It is easy to believe because the government is modernizing everything else, so why wouldn't they cancel the card? But we went to the source. So, what is the verdict? Half true. Now, don't let that panic you. The false part is the most important. Your Social Security card is not being canceled. There is no deadline. There is no expiration date. There is no secret law that makes your physical card illegal to use for identification or benefit verification. However, the reason we mark this as half true is that the Social Security Administration is indeed moving toward a digital-first model. There are currently 47 different versions of the Social Security card in circulation right now in 2026. Some of those versions were printed before 1983. Those older cards have almost zero security features. They don't have the specialized intaglio printing or the complex color-shifting patterns found on modern cards. Because of this, the SSA is quietly pushing everyone to use the My Social Security portal for all identity-related tasks. They want the paper card to become a backup, not the primary tool. But here is what those viral videos did not tell you. The real danger isn't the paper card in your wallet. The real danger is the digital account you haven't opened yet. There is a massive fraud scheme happening right now. Scammers are using data from old medical office breaches to find seniors who have never logged into the SSA website. They use your name and your Social Security number to create a My Social Security account before you do. Once they are in, they quietly change the direct deposit routing number. You don't find out until your check doesn't hit the bank on Wednesday morning. This isn't because you did anything wrong. Not because you don't qualify for protection. It is simply because nobody told you that leaving that account unclaimed is like leaving your front door unlocked in a storm. Your action step is simple. Go to SSA.gov today. Not a third-party site. Not a link from an email. Type it into your browser. Click on My Social Security and set up your account. It takes 15 minutes and it is completely free. You should know that they now require something called ID.me for verification. You will need your driver's license and a smartphone to take a photo. It can be frustrating, but it is the only way to lock the door so a scammer can't get to your money first. While you are in there, you need to look at something else the viral videos are getting wrong. The 2027 COLA forecast. Before we run the numbers, you need to understand something the other channels are not telling you. This forecast does not come from the SSA. It comes from an advocacy group called the Senior Citizens League. The official number does not lock in until October. We are going to run the math anyway because the math matters, but you cannot make financial decisions based on a forecast. With that said, here is where things stand right now. The 2026 COLA was 2.8%. For the average senior, that added about $56 a month. The Senior Citizens League has now revised the 2027 projection upward to 3.9%. Driven by energy prices and April inflation data that clocked in at 3.8% year over year. If that 3.9% holds, here is the math. The average benefit right now in 2026 is $2,081. A 3.9% raise adds $81 every single month. Over 20 years of retirement, that is $19,440 in additional cash. But here is the institutional betrayal. The SSA is not going to call you to explain that this is just a forecast. These viral videos treat it like it is a done deal. It is not. The official number does not lock in until October. And there is a hidden cost that eats that raise before you ever see it. It is called the Medicare Part B offset. Every January, when your Social Security goes up, the Medicare Part B premium goes up too. In 2026, many seniors got a $56 raise, but their Medicare premium jumped by nearly $18. That wiped out a third of the raise before it ever hit their account. For 2027, the projection for Part B is another $15 to $25 increase. If you get an $81 raise but lose $25 to Medicare, your real raise is only $56. You have to know to ask for the net number, not the headline number. Let me tell you about Linda. Linda is 72 and lives in Ohio on a fixed income. She saw a video promising a huge raise and she went out and signed a new lease on a slightly better apartment, thinking she would have an extra $100 a month. When January hit, between taxes and the Medicare Part B increase, her actual take-home Social Security only went up by $42. She was short $58 every single month. By the time she realized the math did not add up, she was already locked into a contract she could not afford. She ended up losing over $700 that year in savings just to cover the gap, simply because nobody told her how the offset worked. That is why you cannot bank on these forecasts until the official SSA announcement in the fall. Now let's talk about something that is actually a law right now, but most people are being told the wrong information about it. I am talking about the One Big Beautiful Bill Act. It was signed into law on July 4th, 2025, and it is very real for the 2025 tax year. This law created a significant new deduction for seniors. For single filers over 65, it is a $6,000 deduction. For joint filers, it is $12,000. This stacks right on top of your standard deduction. But here is where the other channels are failing you. They are telling people that if you make over $75,000 as a single person, you get nothing. That is dangerously incomplete. We read the actual law. The deduction does start to phase out at $75,000 for singles and $150,000 for couples. But it does not disappear entirely until you reach $175,000 for singles or $250,000 for couples. If you are a single senior earning anywhere between $75,000 and $175,000, you still qualify for a partial deduction. The other channels never told you that, simply because they did not read past the first line of the law. Let's run the real math on what that middle income range actually means. A single senior earning $100,000 a year does not get the full $6,000, but they do not get zero either. At that income level, the partial deduction is still worth roughly $3,000 off their taxable income. For someone in the 22% tax bracket, that is $660 back in their pocket. Real money, not because they found a loophole, simply because they read the actual law. The Tax Policy Center found that fewer than half of eligible seniors are even claiming this deduction at all. If you did not claim this on your 2025 return, you are leaving real money on the table. You need IRS Form 1040X. That is the form for an amended return. It can take 16 weeks to process, but getting several $1,000s back in a refund check is worth the wait. While we are talking about your money, there is one more thing you must check inside your My Social Security account. Your earnings record. Every COLA raise you ever get is a percentage of your base benefit. Your base benefit is calculated from your top 35 years of earnings. If there is one single year where the government recorded a zero instead of the $40,000 you actually earned, it ripples through every check for the rest of your life. One wrong year can cost the average senior about $100 a month. Over 20 years, that is $24,000 gone. Not because you did anything wrong. The SSA does not audit this for you. They process the information they receive, and that is it. It stays wrong until you find it. Your action step is to download your earnings statement from SSA.gov. Look at every single year. If you see a zero or an amount that looks way too low, you have the right to file a correction. You will need old W-2s or tax returns, but the payoff is a permanent raise for the rest of your life. Wait, before you go, because we are talking about Social Security cards and digital accounts, I have to warn you about a specific scam that is targeting seniors right now in 2026. You might get a phone call or a text message saying your Social Security number has been suspended due to suspicious activity. They will tell you that to reactivate it, you need to buy a government gift card or wire money to a safety locker. Listen to me clearly. Your Social Security number can never be suspended. The government will never call you to threaten your benefits. They will never ask for payment over the phone. If you get a call like this, hang up immediately and call the real SSA directly at 1-800-772-1213. Let's recap what you now know that most people watching these viral videos will never find out. First, your paper Social Security card is not being canceled or declared invalid. It remains a legal document for your benefits. Second, the real threat is identity theft through unclaimed online accounts, so you must secure your My Social Security portal at SSA.gov today. Third, the 2027 COLA forecast of 3.9% is a projection from an advocacy group, not a guarantee from the SSA, and much of it will be offset by Medicare Part B increases in January. Fourth, the new $6,000 tax deduction is available to far more seniors than the viral videos claim, including people earning up to $175,000 as a single filer. And fifth, your lifetime earnings record is worth checking right now, because one missing year could be costing you $100 every single month for the rest of your life. Most people watching videos like the one we just fact-checked will never know what you now know. They will make the wrong decision. They will miss the deadline. They will leave real money on the table. Not you. Not today. If you want to keep knowing things other people miss, subscribe to National Benefit Defender right now and turn on the bell. The Medicare Part B announcement drops every November. When it does, we will tell you the exact net number before it hits your January check. That is the kind of thing we do here. It is free, and one of these videos might be the one that actually changes something for you. This is National Benefit Defender. We read the law, so you never have to. Take care of yourself. Stay safe out there. Until next time.